Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to talk to you about a new bike that I've got, explain to you why I've got it, what I'm going to do with it. You can see I'm in a t-shirt. It's actually New Year's Eve 2021. It's still sunny outside, clear blue skies, 15 degrees Celsius in England. Unbelievable. So, GSXR600 K6. I got this bike through an insurance write-off. One of my customers was using it on track day. Thankfully, I had track day cover, which paid for the bike. I obtained it through an insurance company. This is going to be my new toy for track days. We've just had Christmas. My wife bought me a track day to Almira with BBS Euro tracks, and this is going to be my new weapon of choice for the track. So why this bike? If we have a closer look at it, we can see there's some really bonus features on there. This rear set and the engine covers are made by Crescent. They used to sponsor the Suzuki teams, so these are like OE components for the bike. It's got a rear adjuster on there. It's an upgraded exhaust system on there. It's got a steering damper on there. It's got 310mm discs on there. I'm probably going to keep the Tokiko calipers on there. It's the same brakes you get on the GSXR600. The Hayabusas use a 310mm disc as well. If you can stop them, it's going to stop this, no problem at all. We've also got some bonus parts. There's a Crescent carbon fibre rear hugger, carbon fibre side panels. It's not in bad shape. It's got a bit of gravel rash on it. The poor guy ran off the circuit, just dropped it into the gravel. I'm not going to make this into a pure track bike. It is going to be road legal. Reason being is so I can ride it, get used to it, get the feel for the bike before you go on track. Otherwise, every time you go on track, you're starting fresh with a new bike. I have quite a few bikes. I do a lot of track days. I do road-based skills days on tracks as well, so I spend a lot of time on tracks. So I'm in between bikes, jumping around and trying to coach people the best way I can. Looks like it may have had some suspension upgrades as well, but as it stands, it runs. There's nothing wrong with it. It's all in good shape. So I've got some new panels for it. They're hidden in this box. I'll show you what they look like a little bit later. As for now, I'm going to start stripping some of these panels off and see what we see. Right, I'm going to attach a sky hook to this bike now. If you ever watched the videos on Abba's site on YouTube, they show you just to use one hand on the tool, one hand on the bike, balance it, try and get it on, try and get around it. That's a nightmare. If you're ever going to use one of these, definitely use a paddock stand. It makes life so much easier. With this particular kit, I have a master kit of different adapters. You will need one specifically for your own bike. This is for the Suzuki. As you can see, I don't have to worry about the balance of the bike or anything like that. I'm not going to drop it. I just manage the height on this side, and then I'll just worry about the other side when I get there. That's it, done. This has got a temperamental pump on it. Take it easy. Move the paddock stand. No hassle. Alright, we have an extra adapter on the back here. We attach that. We'll attach this strap. Otherwise, it's just going to keep lifting the back up. The front will still be on the ground. So what we need to do is we need to anchor the back of this piece and then take it up level. Much quicker on a ramp. Someone's had a go at these before. screws around it. Was a bonus though. There's a power commander in there. Okay, I've got that cover off now. Had to get the disc cutter. Had to cut some slots into the bolts so I could use the flathead screwdriver. Right, the bike is stripped. I've just got a few more things to take off. The headlight needs some repair work. But all in all, it's off. So these are the old fairings. They're all off now. And we're going to go over to the new colour scheme. Ta-da! This is the Yoshimura Japanese race colours. Very different to what you normally see. What do you think? Do you like it? Let me know in the comments below. It's come from China. Very impressed with the quality. I did have one breakage. Here, look. It's very thin. It's half the size of my little finger. Should be a reasonably easy repair. No one's going to see it. Got a double bubble screen as well. Our screen's missing. That disappeared in the crash. The front fender as well. I think it's going to look good. Oh, this is the bit on top of the tank. I thought it was going to be red, to be fair. It would have broke the tank up a little bit, but it's going to be very black. See what I can do with that. Right, let's get it back on the bike. It was the 1st of January 2022. I didn't get a chance to finish the bike yesterday. We managed to get the back on. I had to do a few bits of drilling and modifications to try and get some of these plugs and bits in. That's what you get when you buy aftermarket parts. Things don't always fit right. It's looking good. So far I'm pleased with it. Just got the rest to get on now. See where I was doing a bit of drilling and stuff. And done, including the air duct. Just painted that because it was silver. So I'm getting the front back together. You can see the nose cones going on. The headlight's got too much damage on it. And most of the clips are broken. Here and here, they're nowhere to be found. I tried repairing this one. It's a bit crooked. And there's a few more tabs broken down the sides. So I did a quick eBay scour, found one down the road in Chertsey, headed over, picked it up for a reasonable money. The tabs are there, and it's got a screen lens protector as well. So I'll try and get this on tonight before I go home, and then I'll be back tomorrow. So I've got the headlight on. Just going to make sure the bulbs work before I put everything else back together. It's main beam, headlight, two sides. bike's coming together quite nicely now. Got the back cover on, most of the fairings are on, the nose cone's on. I've just got this last cover to put on the tank, and the front mudguard. These are the last 2 bits. I didn't use this part, I used the original part to generally fit better. These are the side bits, but I've already got carbon fibre ones, so I won't be using those. Those are most of the bits that I've replaced already, and the headlight. It's all broken. So far it's looking good. Got a set of levers to go on there as well. Replace this genuine one. I'm not a fan of short levers, but the really long ones. I've got a short lever on the other side. Again, it's not for me. Matches the bike, red and black. Also got some guards to go on the end. Come in handy for the track days. Some tracks they're required to have these, so I'm all prepared. I'll check these. So levers are on, both of them. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. This job wasn't without its complications. Aftermarket fairings are great, they're affordable, they come from the Far East, so there's always that time to waiting for these things to turn up. When they're here, they're not that easy to fit. These are some of the tools we've had to use. You know, a disc cutter, a grinder, drill with a cone cutter. These are a must. You need these if you ever fit an aftermarket fairing. But these are the array of tools I've used. They're not the best tools in the world. This is just out of our workshop toolkit. My toolbox is locked next door, where we painted the floors. I haven't had any access to it. But a drill is a must. Most of these hand tools are available. I've had to use a tap to rethread most of the captive nuts that are in the fairings. I've had to use a grinder and a disc cutter to reshape some of the pieces so they fit together better. This is a must. The clip sets. I mean, I keep a variety of these things, and even with such a selection, I struggled to even find the right bits that I needed. So you need to have stuff like this. Most of the bits that I took off the original fairings, where some of them were clipped, the new ones are screwed, so I've had to use a vast amount of screws for my screw sets. Some of these screws wouldn't even go back in, the odds and ends. But I think the result's not too bad. There are a few fit issues, most of it's not too bad. There's quite a gap on this side compared to the other side. But these things are handmade. They're made by the thousands. This is a slight issue with the bit here, but you know, no one's going to see that 100 mile an hour on the track. This bracket that I fitted down here, that was a bit of a mission trying to get my hand behind there. But this particular bracket was attached to the old fairing. It was just dangling there, it wasn't attached to anything. Where they've fitted this aftermarket part, that this bracket had nowhere to go. So now I've made it fit to grind the back of the bracket down to make it fit back there, and use a nut. I had to machine it on the lathe because this particular part had a taper in it, so I had to taper the end of the head to get it on. This I had to redraw because it wouldn't match up, but you can see they're slightly off. These holes wouldn't line up. I had to redraw all these holes to get this to fit, but you don't notice it. I need to make a heel guard here because it's missing. You can see where the heel's been wearing out the back of the swinging arm. Just need to service. This chain's got a few stiff links in it. I don't know what make it is or how good it is. That's going to be replaced. New chain sprockets, service. I'll use these tyres for the road, but they won't be used on track. This didn't have any paddock stand bobbins. Someone's put a bolt in this side, and this side had sheared off. Managed to get the bolt out. I've just made these on my lathe, so I'm just going to fit these so I can get a paddock stand on it. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe at the bottom and like this video to help others get to view it and enjoy what I've made. Thank you. Thank you.